This was the bonus, that Surveyor that they went down and hacked up. And with this model, let's try and show you a bit more closely exactly what they got off. First of all, they were photographing and looking at these footpads down here to see the kind of impression they'd made on the surface, because the spacecraft landed and bounced like this 3 times and left clear indentations in the soil. They photographed that, took soil samples. Then they moved over here to the claw that incidentally took the first scoop of moon dust 2 years ago when the Surveyor landed on the moon. They took some of these joints off as well, and then with those cutters that you saw, they took off part of the cable on the spacecraft, and most important of all, the television camera, this automatic television camera that when it landed took over 6,000 photographs. They also, to get this off, of course, they had to cut through 5 of these tiny struts holding up the camera incidentally weighing 17 pounds. They then photographed and examined closely areas like these, which on the spacecraft are mirror silvered surfaces, and they wanted to see how those reacted to being on the moon for 2.5 or just over 2 years. Then they photographed the solar array, and of course they took general photographs of the entire spacecraft. The one thing that they were extremely careful about, and this is why they got quite excited when they were there, and tense rather, was that these fuel tanks here may still have contained fuel, and one small knock against that could well have caused some kind of explosion. So they were being very careful, particularly as the thing they were hacking stuff off with was this. This is not just a replica, this is the real thing. NASA says you can buy these in any American hardware store, an ordinary pair of cutters. That's what they were using to hack the bits off. They got everything off that NASA had asked, and then they trekked back over to Intrepid with their load of bonus. Back in Intrepid, this is how they reacted to the situation as they found it back in the spacecraft.
Hey Pete, how's the inside of the cabin look about now?
It's very neat and orderly, except for the fact that it's very dirty.
Kind of a neat and orderly coal mine.
That's about the size of it. The only thing that we do have, of course, is the LIOH canister container, which now has the TV camera in it.
Roger.
These blisters and suits perform magnificently. These suits are a shambles, though.
Say, Pete, now when you climbed back in, you terminated at 3 plus 55, and both of you were, your reserve was determined by oxygen. In plus 1, the reserve was 2 plus 05, which would have given you a 6-hour plus. And the plus 2 was 1 plus 50, which is pretty close to 6 hours also.
Well, that's very good to know, and there's no reason why you can't stay out there and work that long. You don't get tired.
Get a little thirsty though, I bet.
We were really thirsty after the second ETA because I don't know, did you add up how far we went? I think we made a pretty good trip out there.
Pete, we're estimating something over a mile for the full circuit.
And a couple of astronauts there a little bit more tired from the evidence, from the medical evidence, than they actually appeared to tell us. Cliff.
Well, let's examine some of this medical evidence now, because we have the total medical evaluation of them. Squadron Leader Tony Nicholson, let's take a look at this. Some of their heart rates, their lows were in the high 80s, low 90s, what you'd expect.
Yes, this is very satisfactory. Yeah.
But the high, now James Brett, when he was over showing us the Surveyor, when they're actually getting that camera off, their heart rates went as high as 165 to 170. Now, isn't this extremely high?
This is the highest heart rate that's been recorded on the mission, as far as I know, and also it is almost like back in the days of Gemini extravehicular activity. These are heart rates which are really not acceptable. And what this seems to suggest is that walking on the moon and general activity on the moon is quite satisfactory. But when they have to handle those big shears, which James Brett showed us, and actually work on a problem, they do seem to get very high heart rates.
But they got high.
Out there on the moon, you sounded happy, even euphoric. Some people think that maybe you were on an oxygen high. Were you? And for both you and Al, how did it feel subjectively to be out there?
No, I was very happy that I wasn't on an oxygen high. I was very happy because all the work that we had put into that ETA was beginning to pay off. And once we got over the initial stumbling block of the one little problem we had getting the fuel gas going, well, I was quite happy because we were on a timeline everything was going the way we thought it was going to go, and I was just having a ball.
Do you think that future EVAs can be extended beyond the 4-hour limit? Or do you believe the number of 4-hour EVAs should be increased in order to get more exploration done on each mission?
I think you had to go a longer time on each EVA. We felt badly sort of that we got shut off the other day, although we didn't have the data in real time, nor did we have the agreement with the ground that we weren't going to go past the 4 hours, but we had 6 hours worth of consumables, and we'd gotten out early on the second EVA, and as far as being tired or anything, we weren't tired. We could have kept on going. We hustled to get back just to make our 4-hour deadline. And I think that the big problem is getting suited out and getting unsuited when you get back in. Doing the work outside is easy. Once you step down the ladder, you're on your way. And I think what you should do is get a long-term plus. And if you have a 3-day lab, you have a plus that will stay out for 8 or 9 hours, and some way to give the guy a drink of water and maybe a shot of food. You can sit down, take a little siesta out there for half an hour in the middle of it, and he can do 8-hour day work out there. And that's the big thing is getting it all on and getting out, getting it all off, and putting it away when you get back in.
In Washington.
And here comes the feet of Alvin down the ladder. Camera, remember, upside down.
If you want to take the time. I'm done with what you're doing there. We'll get a answer back to you.
There's Alvin.
Okay. And you get pressed on. No problem now. Okay. Attaboy. Okay. You look great. Welcome aboard. Try to get the boy calling sign on undisturbed service and make it contingency family got LRP insurance I got. I'm off to get canned in tonight. Okay. Very good study. Yep, take it easy. If you really do begin to adapt, if you turn around and walk over to your right a little bit, look over that crater, you're going to see our pal sitting there. That's one steep slip-a-thon. Okay, now what have you got all over your boot? Stop. Picked up a piece of landing gear. Station. Okay. There we go. Attaboy. Okay, I'll go on there and tell you how to watch it. Shut it. Yep. Can't see what you're doing. Come over here where I am. See that surveyor sitting there? There that thing is. Look at him. Look how close we almost landed that crater. Beautiful feet. Look at the defense. It didn't even take a hole.
As you can hear, they can actually see the Surveyor spacecraft from where they are right now.
Just go down to the process. Go ahead. Pete, would you give us the status on the LEM and also some comments on your boot penetration? Okay, my comments are exactly the same as Neil. Every time I get near one of these little craters, I think in a lot further. I set off footsteps or thinking, hey, what do I do with it? Put it over by the line here. I think I got some of that rock box that is later. Remember, they have to change. I think it's pretty much the same as Neil and Buzz down. You out? And dude, one thing I noticed is it seems to compact into a very shiny surface. Yeah, just the particles are very small and very cohesive. So when every blueprint, as you look at it, looks almost like it's a piece of rubber itself. It's so well defined, you can't see any grains in it or anything. Al, can you find yours? Where's yours? Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh, there. Where is it? Just look at the S-band antenna and look up that way. Straight up there. That's the best of it. Okay, now,
First, we all agreed was the best place to deploy this S-band house right here, huh? Yeah, we'll just further out. Right out in here's a good spot. Hey, I don't want to get too far away from the cable. What's the matter with right here? That's a good place. Okay.
That S-band antenna they're referring to is the erectable antenna they'll be taking out very shortly. The antenna that will be sending back, they'll hook up the television cameras to that antenna and send back the pictures to that. The flight plan calls for our beam to actually start getting the camera away, pulling it out to the point where we can see better pictures. And there he goes, he's doing it now. No?
I think it just moves in front of us.
Yeah, he's moving it now. Happy in their work up there.
Sober dedication.
And with that, and watching rather, that very unfortunate camera failure with us as he watched everything throughout today was Michael Charlton in Houston.
Yes, and I've got with me here at Houston Mr. Luther Moore, who's a spokesman for the Westinghouse Company, the contractors for the television cameras that have been used on these trips, a contract which they won at a price of $8 million is what it cost to develop them. And I'm going to ask him now, first of all, what went wrong, do you think?
Well, as NASA has reported earlier this morning, the image tube in the camera was exposed to a high level of light, something perhaps like the sun. And this burned what is called the target part of the image tube, and this was the result.
Excuse me, the next piece of you're going to hear is Pete Conrad and Al Bean on the surface of the moon picking up pieces of the Surveyor, which was sent off a couple of years ago.
That's done. Captured that. Okay, we got the sample, Houston. Barrel sample, the cable and tube. Okay, that's in there. Good. Let me make sure that's in there tight, Pete. Okay, one shiny tube coming up. Okay, wait a minute. Be around in a minute. Look at how that stuff fractured down on the ground. Paint flaked off. Yeah. That looks like a shiny mirror, some sort of thermal coating. Paint. Good God, I tell you this, but that Surveyor tool is gonna. Hey, that's a tougher tube than we're supposed to have, gang. I'd say forget that tube and find another one. And I'm going to break the tool. I know it, because that tube on the back we're supposed to collect, Houston is just a little bit stronger than it's supposed to be. We're glad. Yeah. Roger, we copy. Tube. How about right here, Pete? We copy. Wait a minute. It's a shiny tube. That'd be a good way if we could cut it. Where? Right there? Oh, that's even thicker. Yeah, I did just look at it. Get the camera. Get the tube. What's your bang on that glass tool? No kidding. Hey, Pete, huh? Why don't you bang that glass one? Oh, he break? That's pretty good glass, Houston. Can't even break it with a... There you go. That's a piece off, and I'll collect it quickly. And it crunches, doesn't it? That's not glass. No. Damn, forget it. Oh, what it is. But sure enough, when we tried out in Houston, that's metal with glass. You have to take a picture of it, don't you? Take a picture of it. Excuse me. I did both before you go again. Amazing. The tough shot, too. Go over at this side of it. Okay? Okay, that'll be a good shot. 5 feet. move westward. Got it. Okay, whip around the other side of that thing. Let's get that camera. All right? Wait, you gotta open your bag. Stop. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, just gotta open your bag. That looks good. Okay. All the parts are working. Thanks. Thanks to Joe Roberts, this bag's gonna do the job, I think. There. To return on this thing. Let me reach down in there and open it up now. Okay. Yeah, it looks great. Thing popped out wide open. That's the Surveyor. Uh-oh. That's nice. Now it's not a little open here. Every second I spend opening it up is worth about 2 minutes when you try to put it in the bag. Okay, I think it's open. Hey, I got a shiny tube for you. Okay, let me get it. You sure do. That's a good one, too. Here, wait a minute. Let's touch your hand. Cut. Good boy. Good cut. Good cut. Good one, Pete. Okay, 2 more tubes on that TV camera in that baby's eyes. Okay, good. All right. Let's go. There's one. Get a grip on it now. Hey. That's right. That's good. You got it. Beautiful. Turn around. Let me lay it on you, man. So right in that spot. Hey, is this a little lighter than that one in Houston? Let's get the scoop while we're at it. I can hold that thing with one hand and open the bag. Get in there. Get in that bag. There you go. In the bag. In the bag. In the bag? Now, wait a second. Yeah, I gotta zip it up. Good show. Copy, it's in the bag. It's in the bag. Okay, let me get around the other side. It's a little hard to zip. This is one of the hard parts. Okay? Want me to bend over a little bit? Yeah, sure would. Out there, lean back. That'll do it, just like that. Don't play me over right there. I won't. Do that right there. One more pull and I got it. Okay? I get lots of action there. Hey, same here. Okay, now let me put the counters down on it. Before you get this thing buried too deep, how about let me cut this scoop off? Well, okay, the scoop goes right in here. Oh, you got a place for it? Yeah, sure. Didn't think you were going to leave without a scoop, did you? No. Okay, that's the scoop. Yeah, that's the problem. That's what they said, but can't even hold it. Wait a minute. Let me help. There, got it. Broke. That's good. Oh, smooth as silk.
Here's from the engine exhaust skirt. It's just sitting on the lunar surface. And I really find it hard to believe that the engine exhaust could blow that rock away. It's only about 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And it's not stuck in the ground. It's just sitting there loosely about 6 inches from the engine belt. And of course the ground is blasted clean all the way around it. And yet the engine exhaust blasted